Yeah,
Do you guys want to start getting into the series?
I mean,
I'm
yeah, we
down.
kind of we kind of started it.
All right. Do you want to kick off in the AL, the NL, the IL?
I mean, let's let Tom talk about his Giants and
All
Yankees
right, we're starting in
series.
the IL.
All right, just the whole series. We're gonna go through. Game one was all Yankees. Um, Pretty much same story. Game three, but we'll get to that in a minute. Garrett Cole obviously shoved that entire game. Logan Webb made, I think, pretty much. I would pretty much say he made two mistakes the entire game. He really did not leave much in the zone. He looked nasty out there. He was really good at locating that sinker on the outside half of the plate. It was really good at painting on the opening day, and it was amazing to me. If he just doesn't let up. I mean, it's easy to make a mistake to a team with so many power bats like the Yankees. I don't expect Webb to give up 4 runs a game. I think he's going to be better than that. But that's just two mistakes. Second game, this is one of those, the Giants are literally night and day. You're either gonna get the power hitting, freaking offense Giants, or you're gonna get the shutout Giants. And game two was the offense Giants, and we outscored the Yankees 7-5. Bit of a scare at the end of the game, and that, like Steves mentioned, does highlight I think it honestly adds more suspense in these situations because not only does Camilo Doval have to worry about the rain and facing the power bat, but he also has to worry about pitching the ball off in time. So it like even as a fan, it's more entertaining to watch. Like, I mean, sure you can build suspense by waiting longer, like in previous seasons, but I feel like the clock makes it so that it builds even more suspense.
It's a different type of suspense, right? It's
Yeah.
that like quick pace, like, oh my God, you already gotta go. But instead of that, like waiting for it to happen, which I don't know which I like better. I think I'll need to see an actual playoff game to judge that, but
Yeah, and then game three, Giants offense went back to sleep. They didn't show up. It was okay. I mean, we lost to freaking Clark Schmidt, man. He did look he looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, he looked pretty good out there.
Didn't you guys kind of get to him though?
Yes, but just not driving in runners in scoring position was kind of our big problem with the game. And I mean, once again, this Yankees lineup has a lot of power, and there's not many mistakes you can afford to give up against this team.
Fair enough. I mean, I think the Giants looked okay, but I wasn't. I think you even said you're not pleased with the offense, and I think that's something that we can kind of look at going forward. Is like this doesn't look great.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're not covering the game after opening weekend, but I mean, damn, you see yesterday's game, 7 home runs. I mean, this is either night and day with this team. I really don't know what I'm gonna get with this team. I don't know if we got to find some consistency here. But the defense that I saw, the pitching is decent that I'm seeing so far.
you left 6 runners in scoring position um
Yeah,
against the Yankees, but so did the Yankees on that game.
So the Giants started off iffy. Yankees, they looked solid, but I feel like they didn't feel like the Yankees. I feel like it was like last year, right? I think Stanton looked pretty good. I think Judge looks good. Peraza is exciting. I think he stole 2 bases. Um,
Yeah.
you
Donaldson
mean
was,
Volpe?
yeah. Or who did I say?
Yeah,
Volpe.
you said
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
right,
Volpe.
my bad.
Volpe. I was right there with him.
Yeah. He looked exciting. I think he'll be solid. I don't think there's much power there, but the defense is good and the stolen base metrics are good. I think that'll
He's
be
got a
really
good eye
exciting.
at the plate. Like we were talking about it, and that first at bat, he came out swinging, and then he settled himself down and took 4 straight balls and got on base.
Yeah. And
I mean,
then, yeah, it was pretty solid. Then we go over to Texas, where Jacob DeGrom and Aaron Nola, 2 Cy Young favorites, square up mano a mano on opening day, and they both allow 6 earned runs. DeGrom looked rough. Nola looked rough. And then the Rangers came out on top. They had a lead. They came back from a 5-0 deficit. And what happened? They brought in Gregory Soto, and he got shelled. Rangers go on to win game one, 11-7. They won game one, 11-7. They win game two, 16-3 with Zach Wheeler on the mound. They get to the bullpen again. They get to Craig Kimbrell. They get to wow.
Anthony Dominguez too, right?
Yeah, that was game three where the Rangers also where
Oh,
the
there it
Rangers
is.
take all 3 from the fighting Phillies. The Phillies were 0-3 to start the season, and now they are 0-4. A little spoiler for Friday's episode. Game 3, 2-1 Rangers, kind of a pitching masterclass by Bailey Falter and Martin Perez. Martin Perez looked pretty solid. Will Smith comes in for the save. Rangers beat the Phillies
3 times in a
Yeah.
row.
No, but I'm saying like there's like winning games, but then
yeah.
there's beating. I think the Rangers like they slugged them and they beat them in a close competitive game.
I mean, is there like, I mean, I don't really, I mean, outside of like obviously like the pitching, but like the offense showed up in game 1, and then for the Phillies, and then that was kind of it. I mean, honestly, game 3 was the best game. Like, I'm not gonna say best game because game 1 was probably the best game, but like game 3 was a really, really well played game on both sides of the ball. Like Josh Young hit a home run, and I watched that because that was the game on ESPN. So I watched that game like all the way through, and it was just a solid game played from both sides.
Yeah, I mean, even like I'm gonna say I don't think this is the player of the series, but I think like an honorable mention is Adolis Garcia. He made some really good plays in the outfield, while also I don't think he hit for extra bases, but he had like 5 or 6 singles, which is still important to scoring runs on this team. I mean, I'm proud to say I was not a doubter in this offense. However, I also kind of doubted the defense, and they kind of did prove me wrong here. I was kind of surprised that they only allowed 4 through the last 2 games against one of the best offenses in baseball. A lot of unexpected things from this team. I don't think I mean we all knew that their offense would be, pretty explosive, have that potential, but like outscoring the Phillies by this much. I mean, they already got like a plus 27 run differential. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So next series we go over to St. Louis, right? Big series, Blue Jays Cardinals. I feel like this would be a fun World Series. Like two crowds that really love it. Blue Jays and Cardinals. And game 1 kicks off. You got Manoah and who did you start against? Michaelis.
Yes.
Neither of them make it out of the 3rd inning. Not what you want for your opening day starters. They're both, it's going back and forth, back and forth. George Springer gets 5 hits. They go up in the bottom of the 8th, the St. Louis Cardinals, this is, and they put Ryan Helsey on the mound to seal the deal. And what happens? Blue Jays come back and win it 10-9.
I mean, it's the display of 2 powerhouse offense who we kind of had doubts of their pitching. It looks like a game that you'd expect from them.
Yeah.
Not too surprising. I think both sides had some very good power hitters. More importantly, the leadoff. I mean, like a couple of guys you wouldn't expect from the Cardinals. I think you got the stars themselves in Goldschmidt and Arenado, but like I'm blanking here. Nolan Gorman played good. Brendan Donovan played good.
Brendan Donovan. That
It was Brendan Donovan.
he's the unsung hero that I don't think a lot of people were expecting, but he made a lot of tweaks to his stance throughout the off season and got a lot of work in, and he's come out the gates hot. He had 5 home runs last year, and he's already at 2, I think, so far this season.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely having a good leadoff bat with power threat is definitely good for this team.
I
And
mean,
then
and you got Jordan Walker got his first base hit in that game too. So I mean,
that ball
it was
smoked.
it was a solid first game. And then game 2 kind of fell apart for the Blue Jays, and game 3. Game 2 was a 4-1 Cardinals win. Game 3 was a 9-4 Cardinals win, and Bassett got shelled for 9 runs, all of them earned.
Brad, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on Chris Bassett getting demolished?
Sad. I'm a big Chris Bassett supporter. They really need Chris Bassett to be good. I tweeted out earlier today that we're gonna ignore we haven't seen what Jose Barrios did yesterday. That this Yusei Kikuchi start today is really, really important because Kevin Gossman looked fairly solid in game 2 on Saturday. There's 3 unearned runs. It was on a Matt Chapman throwing error. He would have been out of the inning. Manoah got hit hard. Bassett got hit hard. Barrios got hit hard. So right now, their only successful starting pitcher was Kevin Gossman. So that's a little bit of a concern right there. Their bullpen actually looks somewhat responsible, somewhat effective. Their offense is solid. We knew the offense isn't to worry for the Blue Jays, except for, when they get almost no hit by Jack Flaherty, who walked 7 people in 5 innings.
And that's a weird stat line. I mean, would you call that a good game or like
No.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know. He's got to get that down. But I mean, obviously with the limiting the hits, I'm pretty impressed by the start. Just gotta
I think it's
obviously
just
fix it.
effectively wild.
Yeah.
It's the best way of putting it. He's just effectively wild. He wasn't that good. Anything else significant happened in that series?
No, not really. I
Other
mean,
other than Adam Wainwright singing the national anthem,
Oh
I mean
my!
that's the highlight of the whole series to me, man. That's the most memorable intro to a season I ever had.
he was their opening day starter.
He did start it off for them.